Gusserola. She's crying.
Jeff Ramsey.
Jeff's an alcoholic. Join me. My foot is in love with your foot, Jack.
Bernie. I don't eat it if it doesn't come out of a tube.
Jack from Achievement Hunter. Jack can't speak good.
Gavin, free.
The headlight fluid.
Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast. Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast.
Hey.
You know it's professional when there's an explosion in the theme song. What's up, guys?
Hey, dude. Welcome back.
We're back.
You guys have been
Finally.
gone so long.
Dude, I haven't been, we're in our office, Jack. The
I
office
know.
that you and I work in.
Well,
which is where we record
where
the
I
podcast.
work in, I don't know where you work anymore.
I don't think I've been here in at least a month, maybe longer.
I made a point on this recent AWU. I was alone for 3 out of the past 4 AWUs because you've been gone.
I've been gone a lot.
Since you've been gone.
Does this mean I get...
I can't breathe for the first time. That's for you, Jack.
Oh,
Well,
thank you.
This office looks like shit, by the way, Jack.
Yeah,
I don't know
dude,
what you've been doing while we've been
terrible.
gone. I had to kill the biggest daddy longlegs I've seen in my life on the fucking wall
Dude,
right here next to where I'm
those
sitting.
are harmless.
I know it's harmless, but did you see how huge it was?
That wasn't huge at all.
Jeff,
It was pretty fucking big from where
that thing was
sitting.
that
it
thing was
was-
bigger than the lid on my coffee cup.
It was looking at Gus, too.
It
In a
was.
menacing fashion.
It was
It-
making
it-
sexy eyes.
It's like the homeless people downtown. You try to avoid eye contact, but this thing has 8 fucking eyes. It's like, no, I'm not interested. Thank you. No money.
So what did we miss while we were gone, Jack?
Yeah, what's been going on in the office? Were you here alone the other day?
Nathan and I, actually, we were the only 2 people up here on Monday. I got in late because I ran by the new office, and then I got in, and it was like me by myself till about noon when Nathan rolled in, and he started doing archiving stuff. And yeah, but I mean, it's been pretty quiet. Then yesterday, it was Jeff, Nathan, and I.
Yesterday was my first day back, and we had 7 fans stop
8.
by yesterday. 8.
Yeah, the coffee
Two
shop
groups
next
of
door
4.
this
Yeah.
morning.
was
The guy
crazy.
told me that he had like a group of teenagers walk into the coffee shop, like filming themselves with a video camera, like asking him where our office was.
Yeah, that group came by, and then like an hour later, the next group came by.
Yeah,
it was cool.
apparently-
They picked but they just picked kind of an empty time to come to the office.
But
Yeah.
it was better than if they would have picked last week. It would have been like,
Well,
sorry,
yeah.
you can't come up. I mean, we had fans show up last week, and it was like,
Yeah, we had to turn people away.
yeah, we have secret stuff
because
going on.
when you show up unannounced, you get turned away sometimes.
It does happen.
Moral of the story: announce.
Yeah, the second group though, they showed up. Apparently, they went to the Pita Pit first. They were like, "Is there a company above you guys?" And they were like, "Yeah, up those stairs." And so we got a knock on our side door. I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up, guys?"
That's weird.
It's been a very busy summer for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, production on the DVD is officially wrapped.
that's what I hear.
Yep.
It happened while you and I were at Comic-Con setting
Yeah.
up our booth.
It's great news.
It's fantastic news.
I think
Congratulations.
the DVD will ship September 14th.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Red vs. Blue Revelations.
That's right.
And the Recollection Collection,
The
Same day.
Recollection Collection. The
Yes.
Recollection.
Recollection.
There you
Collection.
go.
Yeah, September 14th. Also the same day, and that's got Reconstruction, Recreation, and Revelation.
Yep.
Hey, should now that the product placement is over, that portion of the podcast?
Hey man, I fucking plugging the shit out of our sponsors.
No, I appreciate that. I do. Should we give like a Comic-Con recap?
Yeah, you should. I'm curious as to what happened to you guys.
I don't remember much of the last week of my life.
Probably the hardest Gus and I have ever worked in our lives. It was crazy. We were short-staffed this year because typically we send out about twice as many people as we did, but we had the DVD going, and so we could only spare so many people from production. And Gus and I were the most expendable, apparently. And
I'll be Sylvester Stallone.
I want to be Mickey Rourke.
All right.
And he rides a motorcycle. So
Has a small dog.
also we're like the con dudes. I mean, Gus and I are the ones that like to run the booth.
You're the con men.
They're the con men. And so we had a very short staff. We had Monty and Kathleen, and of course my new favorite person in the world, Caleb. PP Mukau, PP or is he just Caleb on the site now?
He's just Caleb on the site.
He flew down to help us. But they surprised us by expanding the hours of the convention by an hour and then opening a half hour early every day.
Yeah, they told you the convention hall open at 9:30 every day. Nope.
And then like 8:50, they're like, the convention hall will open in 2 minutes ago. And so we did like 10.5-hour days in the booth all day, every day. It was fucking crazy.
Well, I remember. I listened to last week's Drunk Tank, and I could tell you were drunk. I know when you're drunk because you're a little extra mean. I don't know what it is, but it's like you've got like this extra spite and hate in your voice.
Dude, it was like 10 p.m. Gus and I had already had like 4 hours of travel to get to San Diego, hit the ground running.
Yeah, we had already set up like 75% of the booth.
Set up the booth.
Had already we already dealt with FedEx as well by that point,
Yeah,
trying
we
to get
had
our
to-
banners printed.
I'm sure we talked about that in the podcast, right? We
Yeah.
had to fight that FedEx guy because the file was 100
and he
fucking
still
megs.
fucking did it all wrong.
He
By the
still
way,
fucked
we
it
haven't
up.
followed up. He didn't put grommets in the goddamn thing. Then when I said, where are the grommets? He's like, you didn't ask for them. I said, I saw you fucking type it. And then I told him I want a fucking 9-foot wide banner, 10 feet wide.
Yeah, banner
Like,
was
what
too
the
big.
fuck, dude? I saw him type both of those things in.
He totally,
What a dick.
totally shit.
And then he tried to charge me for the fucking grommets. And I was like, oh, no. Like, it was in the fucking order.
Wow.
So sick of that fucking ass. And it was the same stupid idiot again.
It was Grommageddon there for a second. I thought Gus was going to murder that dude.
Did you guys find your Eastern European pedicab girl again?
You know, there's a lot of hardworking people out there on the streets of San Diego that do pedicabs as a learn English,
Yeah,
work abroad
yeah.
kind of project, and I just like to support those kids because they're trying to better themselves.
So you're saying you found a
There,
few.
I mean, there's a lot of great people out there that are working really hard.
Yeah, why do we have to stick to one region of the world when
That's
we
true.
have
I don't
so
know.
much to give to the entire world, Jack?
That's right.
That's true.
In,
Spread it
in
around.
particular, Turkey.
Turkey,
The Turkish pedicab drivers are good.
they're very friendly.
I mean, they're just part of the world, part of this global economy that we all live in, Jack.
Awesome. So I saw some photos from the panel. It looked pretty awesome. Looks like you guys filled that room.
Hey, we had our first Comic-Con
Yeah, we
panel.
had our first Comic-Con panel, and we were lucky enough to have Jerry, a.k.a. Tycho from Penny Arcade, introduce us.
That was pretty cool.
And, we did well, for our first panel ever, and the room, I think, held about 500 people.
Yeah,
And it was filled up, and they had to turn away like another 500 people who wanted to get in there.
yeah.
And I felt pretty bad about that. We had a lot of people come by the booth who tried to get into the panel and were unable to.
So next year, Hall H for Rooster Teeth.
Hopefully. We'll see.
How many does that fit? 4,500, 5,000 something?
It looks bigger than that, man. Hall
Really?
H
I
is
don't know.
fucking huge.
5,000. That's like the size of the hall in PAX.
Yeah, that's
that
the
hall
PAX
actually
hall.
looks even bigger.
Really?
Yeah.
But
But,
we only ever saw it like passing by, like walking by. We don't
Yeah.
go to any panels in there.
Yeah, I tried to go to Hall H last year. I waited in line for about an hour, and I think we moved about 2 feet. I was like, yep, I'm out. Peace. So,
Man, Gus and I saw a line for what was that line we saw for when we were going to the Halo Universe panel? What was that line?
We saw a line for Glee.
It was a line for Glee. It was all the way down the hall, then back, then outside. There must have been
Then back again,
then
and
back
then back again outside.
There must have been 25,000 people in line for that thing. It was crazy.
It's like, what the fuck, man? It was
And we went in, we watched, we said hi to some people in the line, went in, watched an awesome Halo Universe panel that those guys put on that was really cool, showed a lot of cool stuff. We come out like an hour and 15 minutes later and said hi to the same people in the same places. It was like...
the Halo Universe panel, that was the Bungie panel, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
That
it was
was
not
the
Bungie. It was
343.
Oh, okay. So there was a Bungie panel too? Or was that the
There was a
same?
Halo Reach panel.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of. That's the one I saw. That's on Waypoint, actually. You can watch the whole thing.
Yeah,
on
that's
Waypoint,
the
or
one.
Most of it on Waypoint.
That's the one where they unveiled Forge World.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, Forge World's pretty awesome. We can talk about that now, right?
Yeah, it's
to
cool.
some degree.
It's cool now?
But what else did we see at Comic Con? I mean, we definitely want to talk about Forge World, but I feel like that's
later.
its own thing.
Let it be its own
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
What else do we see?
We saw we
Oh.
out of all the years I've been to Comic Con, I don't think I've ever seen a single celebrity.
It was
And
Celebrity Overload.
This year was Celebrity Overload.
All right. First off, our good friend Ed from the Bare Naked Ladies, who plays Captain Flowers, invited us to a private Warner Brothers party where the B&L was playing for. I think it was to celebrate the show, some show I don't know called The Big Bang Theory.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
They do the theme song for The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, I found
Great
that
show.
out. And so we went to that, and then by the way, they put on an awesome show. They ended it with like a medley of New York State of Mind mixed with California Girls by Katy Perry.
It was pretty cool. They had a whole like dance number. and
They were all
everything.
choreafed and beatboxed and stuff. It was very fucking funny.
awesome.
Those guys are great. But there were a bunch of like celebrities you recognize their faces, but you don't necessarily know who they are at that event. And
Well,
as we were leaving,
of course, the cast of Big Bang.
the cast of
Theory
Big Bang
was there.
Theory, and then just some other people.
Did
that
you
looked
see
generally
Kelly
familiar.
Kuko or whatever her name is?
Maybe. I don't know.
She's the girl from Big Bang Theory.
Yes,
Okay.
we did see her. And then on the way out, we walked right by Rob Corddry,
Nice.
and that was pretty cool. And he wasn't being funny or anything. He was just on an escalator.
It
And
was
then,
in the funniest way possible.
in the funniest way possible, yeah. And then then Gus's room somehow at our hotel, his room overlooks the pool, which is also the bar at the hotel.
Which and when we say overlooks, I mean you may as well have been in the pool.
It's 10 feet above the pool.
Oh, so you're like the first floor above the pool.
Right,
Yeah.
and like looking down right on it.
Okay.
Like, you could open up the window and throw stuff at people and hit them at the bar.
You could probably
Wow.
spit at them.
Yeah. It's, like, ridiculously close. And so we go back to the room just to chill and, like, do the daily accounting or
We
whatever.
went to the hotel bar, to that bar by the pool, and looked at all the windows to determine which was the best room. And it was my room. Out of
really?
all the windows possible in that hotel, the room I was in had the best view.
Wow.
That reminds me. The night before, we went to the hotel bar, and there was some sort of a hit fix party or something going on. It seemed like it was just wrapping up. Like, we got there right at last call, grabbed a couple drinks. Gus looked over to the right, and he goes, "Hey, look, there's J.J. Abrams." And I was like, "Oh, motherfucker, that is definitely J.J. Abrams." And the bartender goes, "You guys going to go bug the shit out of him, too?" We were like, no.
No.
So we went to the
drink our
other
beer.
side of the bar, like, as far away from it as possible.
You knew motherfuckers have been doing that all night long,
yeah.
and the bartender had been watching it.
Yeah, he was having a blast with it. Really cool bartender, by the way.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And bartender at the Hotel Solomar, awesome dude. But so anyway, then we that next night we go back to the room and we look down and there's a Maxim Ubisoft party going on.
Nice.
For that movie, The Other Guys.
Yeah,
And there's a red carpet set up in front of Gus's, like right below Gus's fucking room. So we just stood and looked out the window in a very creepy fashion, and it was like Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell and like Eva Mendes and all these celebrities just filtered through. It was really surreal and bizarre.
And Olivia Munn, who
was by far the hottest chick I saw.
It was really weird. Like I never, she's all right looking, I thought, on TV, but then you see her in person, and it's embarrassing.
She was beautiful in person.
Like I closed the window because we didn't deserve to look.
Yeah.
Like, no.
I was like, no,
And
we
then-
can't be doing this.
Then the next night they had the sci-fi party, and we saw. God, I can't even count all the people we saw there that night.
Sci-fi party at your hotel?
Yeah, at that same pool.
We saw Danny DeVito, Joel McHale, Bill Hader, Michael Cera.
Jason Schwartzman.
We also saw Daniel Day Kim at the fucking Other Guys.
Daniel
thing.
Day Kim, yeah. Who's one of Gus and I's favorite actors.
Yeah, even before Lost, like we were
Yeah.
like huge. Like we wanted to make like a fan page for him because we felt like he was an actor who was in a lot of stuff, but people didn't necessarily realize.
Yeah,
like,
he's
did
been
you
in
know
a million shows.
He was in Seinfeld.
Was it?
He was in 24.
Yeah,
He
he had a recurring character in 24.
Yeah, he was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer even. Yeah, he's been in a ton
He's been
of
around
stuff.
for a long time. He was just in one episode of Seinfeld, but it was crazy.
God, I feel like we saw some other
Oh,
people
and I also
too.
saw Juliet from Lost.
Oh, yeah, you
Oh,
got to see
wow.
Juliet. And you saw Thelma from Good Times.
Wait,
I did see Thelma from Good Times too.
You mean the other half of Gia?
Yes,
Not
yeah.
Juliet from Lost.
But so yeah, it was crazy to see that many people.
By the way, the thing that was really funny to me was you watch the celebrities and how they all interacted. Michael Cera had a backpack on and stood in a corner next to a tree and tried not to be noticed. It was exactly like every character he's ever
It's
played.
funny because I was like, "Is that Michael Cera?" I was like, "No, it can't be. That dude's got like a back." No, it is Michael Cera.
Yeah. He's a fucking nerd in the corner.
He's like standing in the corner, like looking into his cup, wearing his backpack, like, "Gotta catch my bus."
It was pretty fucking funny.
Did you guys see the footage from the Green Lantern panel?
No,
No, I
see it.
didn't.
Blake Lively?
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Oh, my
see that.
God.
Well, she's a very talented lady.
No kidding.
That's why do you think I watch Gossip Girl for, man?
I don't know.
She dresses like that in every episode.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you.
I may have to start watching
And she's
Gossip Girl.
borderline the hottest chick on that show. There are chicks that are just as hot as her.
Yeah. Also, speaking of like the sweet side of that panel, did you see the Ryan Reynolds thing with the kid?
No,
No, some kid, like, they were not that hall age, they were in the giant hall, and some kid came up and asked if what it was like to say the Green Lantern, the Green Lantern speech or whatever it is. I don't know what you call it, but Hal Jordan's speech, he says, like, a Green Lantern's edict,
no
is that the
idea.
right term? Anyway, it's really, really cute, because, like, then Ryan Reynolds recites it, and the kid just, like, freaks out, and it's really nice, so.
Yeah, that sounds lame.
But also Blake Lively's next to him, so you can
There you
stare
go.
at her the whole time, so.
All right.
Did you see anything that really stood out for you? Or that was cool on the floor.
I officially never want to see Scott Pilgrim
They
because
had
of fucking Scott Pilgrim overload.
They
Dude.
had posters, I guess, promoting that movie that say an epic of epicness.
Yeah, they were in like the marketing machine was in fucking overdrive for that film.
Yeah,
it was
it's crazy.
ridiculous.
Well, that's sort of their target audience to a T, right?
Yeah, that I never want to watch MythBusters again now.
Oh yeah, we saw those
we saw
people.
the MythBusters chick.
Oh, did you
She's
see
pretty cute in
Carrie?
person.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Carrie.
What else? I apparently Red Faction Armageddon is the biggest game in history
Yeah,
because
God, man, they fucking.
they put a banner up on a skyscraper that was like 20 stories tall.
And then
really?
they had people out, like street teams out promoting it nonstop. It was
Yeah, it was
fucking crazy.
Pretty fucking ridiculous.
Any Tron stuff?
Yeah, I saw some Tron stuff. Our hotel was right by Flynn's Arcade, so we walked by people
cool.
in line a lot.
Our new DVD distributor, I guess, had a street team out promoting Red vs. Blue stuff.
Oh, yeah?
So people kept trying to hand me Red vs. Blue buttons on the street. I
That was
like,
pretty cool.
no, thank you. I've got plenty of those.
Gus goes, I actually made those. And the guy goes, whatever.
It was really funny.
Just
Yeah.
take the button. That's cool. Yeah, I saw some photos of the Red versus Blue guys run around. The guys in costume. That was us, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we took, we sent a couple suits out, and the DVD distributor had people in the suits.
Yeah, someone I saw a photo. I think on Kotaku or somewhere. It was the red and blue guys and one of the guys from Boondock Saints, like
Oh, yeah?
reenacting a scene from it or something like that.
Yeah, those guys were pretty good.
Joel McHale, I guess, was a big fan. He flagged them down, like came chasing after them, and insisted on having a picture taken with
Oh,
them.
that's cool.
Yeah, that was pretty
He's a
cool.
funny guy.
Also, no, we also saw the entire cast of Community, though.
Did you see Allison Brie?
Oh, we did see
Yeah,
the entire
yeah.
cast of
Oh,
Community.
she's pretty.
Good
God.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I thought our LA trip was going to be like it for celebrities.
Yeah, no, I thought so too. I was completely caught off guard by this.
Jesus.
For sure.
And it was just a matter of location. It's that fucking hotel room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never want to stay at that hotel again.
No, that
By the way,
hotel.
That hotel was
we
the
had
fucking worst.
we had problems with the hotel, but the the view was fantastic.
Yeah.
They also have a Bikini Sunday, apparently.
What?
Where they just ship in people in bikinis to hang out by the pool and get drunk.
Nice.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I got to watch for about 5 minutes.
Then the sun went down.
Oh.
San Diego gets cold at night, apparently. It was pretty brisk.
It was pretty brisk. I don't know. Anything else, Gus? Anything you saw that really blew you out of the... No?
That's about it.
I saw something that Gus saw that blew me out of the water.
Oh, this thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
This.
Good God.
We had a very wonderful fan stop by the booth.
Yeah, it was cool. We had a lot of... By the way, met a lot of really nice people that stopped by the booth.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for that.
Saw a lot of the new box set?
Yeah. And it was cool to see like a lot of new faces, but a lot of returning faces that you see every year.
Yeah, I felt like
Pretty
preview night was just a reunion of people that we see every year. Like every person who came by on preview night was just, someone that we knew, someone off the site, or, someone that we see every year at Comic-Con.
Well, that always happens. Like, I remember when I would do South by Southwest every year, you'd have your con friends that literally is like, oh, you only see them at South by Southwest. And it's like, oh, yeah, what's up? All right, let's go get a beer. And it always happens like that.
Yeah, it was totally like that.
That's cool.
Oh, you know what I just realized? We didn't go to that concert we were supposed to go to on Sunday night.
Yeah, we were just so drained.
Well, plus we had to deal. I feel bad about that, but we were shipping the armor back with FedEx until like 10 p.m. or something.
That was also
night.
ridiculous.
What concert
Yeah.
were you supposed to go to?
Some of the guys from the site or that are on our site put on like you would have loved it, like nerdy gaming music kind of show.
Cool.
And Gus and I were totally going to go, and then we got like held up trying to return the armor to FedEx, which was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Gus had to take the armor in a pedicab. It was pretty funny.
It was
Cab couldn't handle it.
Yeah, the box with the armor would not fit in a regular taxi cab, so I had to pay a dude on a bicycle to take us there. It's like, how ridiculous is this?
Yeah.
But anyway, that was Comic-Con. Now we're finally back in the office, and we're not leaving again for
Until next week when we have to move.
Oh yeah,
When are we even moving?
Bernie.
No,
Bernie,
we're not moving next
Bernie
week.
told me he thought like third week of August.
Yeah.
Third week of August?
I went down and looked at the office on Monday, and we're not moving into that. Yeah. It'll be a little while.
Oh, well,
Apparently,
I'm sure it'll all come
Well,
together fast.
what's great about that is our internet here at the office gets cut off tomorrow.
That is great.
Well, I mean, it's good that we don't, work for an internet website or anything like that. That's, it's vital to us to upload things.
So I hope you have an alternate solution in mind, because we'll have no internet as of tomorrow.
I'll be working from home.
Can we get a dial-up modem in here?
Dial up. We won't even have a phone line, dude. We're not gonna have
that's
anything.
true. Yeah, shit.
Everybody should get clear, I guess, right?
Yeah, I'll see if we have a clear account. I'll see if I can set it up to share
Oh man,
here for everyone in the office.
that won't be
awesome.
slow at all.
Well, it's. I think the clear's faster than our DSL currently, actually.
Really?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Man.
It wouldn't take much to be faster than the DSL in this office.
But you know what today is, don't you guys? Today, I
Guys.
started saying one sentence and then I started saying
It's
another.
Mumble Wednesday.
Today, did you get you guys?
Today is the 2-year anniversary of Achievement Hunter.
Hey!
Hey!
Congratulations.
2 years, 2008, July 28, 2008 was the first news post and the Achievables PSA for Red vs. Blue, which kicked off Achievement Hunter.
So we're going to do a community playdate in the first game we ever covered
Yes,
tonight?
the very first video game we ever did a video for, which is Burnout Paradise.
Okay.
So we'll be doing that tonight from 8 until whenever.
Central?
Yes, 8 Central to whenever. And also, if you're listening, I don't know when this podcast will be out, but you should start downloading
Today.
Today. It will be out today.
It will be out today. You should download, if you haven't played Burnout in a while, there's a new patch. It's Burnout 1.9, which is like 1.5 gigs. So you should probably start downloading that as soon as you hear about it.
As soon as you hear this, yeah.
As opposed to turning it on at 8 and being like, okay, oh, shit.
That's what I'm going to do when I get home tonight.
And start downloading at 8?
Yep. I might be about a gig and a half late tonight. Just so you know.
I bet it won't take that long to download.
Actually, you know what? I have it on my memory stick. I can copy it to your hard drive. You can copy it to your memory stick and then your local hard drive. Because for some reason, the patch has to be on your hard drive, not on a memory stick.
Oh, that was rolled out before. They changed all that memory stuff.
I guess, but it was weird.
Going back to Comic-Con for a second, did you see the Halo Reach limited edition Xbox 360 they made?
Those things look awesome.
They gave away 6 of them at Comic-Con.
Uh-huh.
And I think we met like 3 of the dudes who won them.
Yeah.
Like inadvertently, we didn't even know.
Oh, that's cool.
Like one of the guys, his name was Vince. He came
saw
by,
that kid everywhere.
We see that kid every year at our table, at the booth. And I saw like Bungie Tweets had tweeted that like, oh look, check out Vince. He just won his Xbox 360. I was like, that can't be the same Vince, can it? And I looked, it's that same dude.
Nice.
The next day I saw him again at the convention. I was like, man, you're everywhere.
Yeah, that kid is definitely everywhere.
No, those Xboxes look pretty sweet. The controllers look awesome. I like that little paint job on them.
Frankie showed it off in the Halo Universe panel, and they actually do something pretty cool that I wasn't aware of. They have custom sounds so that when you power it up, it makes like a shield regeneration sound.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then when you eject it, it makes another sound. But I don't remember what it was. We couldn't hear it because he couldn't get the microphone close to where the sound came out.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, I guess there's like onboard memory and like a speaker for custom actions there, and this is the first time they're using it.
Huh.
I'm actually pretty excited about buying that thing. It's fucking sexy.
Yeah,
really
it's pretty
cool.
sweet.
Yeah.
But the thing that sucked for those people who won is they could not get their Xboxes yet because it comes with a copy of Reach. So they have to wait till September 14th, and then they'll receive their Xbox 360.
They couldn't just break it open and like pull out the. No, I guess there's not even a copy in there. Couldn't just send the Xbox itself?
Yeah, they might not
They
be done
can
with production.
wait.
Like they might. It's probably street dated.
They can wait a month and a half for their free Xbox, I'm sure.
Yeah, boo.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, wasn't going to say it.
We did get ours in, by the way. People were asking. Some of the fans were asking if we ever got our.
Yeah,
Xboxes.
we totally got it.
Yeah, you can tell because the bitching stopped. That's when the Xboxes got here.
Yeah, and it's very, very cool. The new Xbox is very nice. I like it.
I did, of course. As soon as they got here, I hid them at my desk for quite a
You
while.
did. You did.
And then I left. I wasn't even in the office.
Oh, you
You
asshole.
son of a bitch.
What was it? Oh yeah, so the Forge World stuff. Let's talk about that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, did you see the Forge Vidoc that they have on Bungie.net where they show like a lot of the stuff?
No, not yet.
It's pretty neat where they talk about how they went around and made some of those maps just using Forge.
Yeah. Like they're shipping maps on the disc that were built in Forge.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the Vidoc, so I don't know what they've talked about in Forge World or not, so I'm scared that I might
They've talked
about damn near everything. I mean, they talked about phasing, how you can move objects through the world now.
Yeah, that was really cool.
There's snapping, there's a grid system if you want to use it.
Yeah.
They mentioned the Griffball court, like the hangar that's the Griffball court. It's the same size. That'll be the big spot.
They didn't call that out specifically.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
I watched most of the panel.
Okay.
And they talked about like it's the size of the crypt. It's actually a little bit different than the size of the crypt, and it's like Griffball specifications, and it's a flat wall.
That's cool.
Cool.
I haven't seen the panel. I only saw the Vidoc. So
okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, they built Blood Gulch. I think Shishka specifically built Blood Gulch.
Oh, really?
Using just purely Forge.
I thought it was Carney.
I
could be wrong. Yeah.
I don't know.
What's the gulch called now? It's
Did they say that?
yeah.
It's
They
Yeah,
did say
I didn't
I'm
know
terrified.
that.
if you want to watch the panel, you can see.
I'm
it, but-
definitely going to watch the panel now before I
Okay.
put this fucking podcast out.
it's called Hemorrhage.
Hemorrhage. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did mention that because I watched it, and it was I don't know, sketch. I'm talking about it. So
Wait, Sketch wasn't at Comic-Con.
Yeah, he wasn't.
shit. Who's the guy that showed us at E3?
Sketch.
Yeah, he was there.
Brian Gerard?
Yeah.
Brian
Really?
Gerard was in Europe.
No, he was given the panel.
Really? Brian Gerard and Niles
Okay, I gotta look it up now.
were in Europe. Shishka and someone else were doing the Comic-Con stuff.
This is
Nah.
going south very quickly. So yeah, Forge World's fucking crazy. I'll tell you that it's like
It'll go ahead.
the amount of possibilities. It's almost like you're almost crippled by possibility.
It'll be exciting to see what other community game types emerge now that the tools are easier to use. Like Griffball is obviously a very, it's a very cool, very popular game type.
Was it simple?
That's pretty simple to make.
Yeah,
You
simple
just
to make.
Open it up. Griffball's a game where it's all about the concept. Now you can make games where it's all about like the level and the design and you can have all these other custom games that are really intricate and cool.
Yeah, like I had an idea.
On the far left.
Oh, hold on. Gus is checking it out. I'm gonna give play-by-play. Gus
Yeah,
is
sorry.
Gus
I
is
just-
using Jack's laptop.
Switching to HD.
Switching
Okay,
to
I just
HD.
handed Gus my laptop with a video from Halo Waypoint on YouTube of
Expanding the window.
the Halo panel to show that Brian was in fact on the panel. I happened to pick one of the videos where he wasn't speaking, so he's sitting
Yeah,
down.
he's sitting down. That looks like him.
That's him.
Yeah.
Try one of the other videos. Oh, by the way, I also spotted the Rooster Teeth panel is now on the Halo Waypoint YouTube channel. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Uh-oh.
I'll have to look at that too and link dump that.
that's him on the far left there.
Yeah, it looks
Looks like him.
That's crazy. Like I was the only reason I said he wasn't there is I was following Bungie tweets and they said that he was in Europe.
Like I was to give you an idea of how powerful Forge World is. I don't know if I talked about this in a previous podcast or not, but I while I was killing time waiting for shots to set up, I built like a Mirror's Edge map, where I could to go from the bottom of Blood Gulch all the way to the top, and like timing it so that you'd you'd have to hit jumps perfectly like a platformer to make them, that kind of stuff. And while I was doing that, I was thinking you could recreate Doodle Jump in Halo and have like custom power-up balls that like add or reduce gravity that drop at certain times that you can try to hit.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and like there's a lot of there's almost nothing you can't do in Forge World if you are creative enough.
Jack was right. That was totally Brian's
Yeah,
yard, by the way.
I've got it. Yeah. I went through Waypoint and I was looking for the Rooster Teeth stuff, and I found something called like Halo Tracks. It's basically people have been making racetracks in Halo to use with the mongooses and stuff. They're insane, man.
Really? I'm not aware of this.
Jesus Christ! Like they have just a video showing off like 8 or 9 tracks, and these things are ridiculous. Like I mean, I remember that like there was one track that was made in Forge, or not in Forge, in what was the first forgeable map? Like the one that Griffball was in. What's the name of that map?
Foundry?
Foundry. There was a track built in Foundry that I played that had like 2 banks, and that was about it. But these things are ridiculous now. I mean, these things are like, I mean, they use the it's not Sandtrap. What was the one that has the crypt?
Sandbox?
Sandbox.
You're really great at all this, by the way.
You can tell I play a shitload of multiplayer. Anyway, like it's amazing how like the quality of these maps, and I can only imagine now with Forge World like how much better it's gonna get. I mean, I can't imagine how much better it's going to get. I mean, it's already insane.
Yeah, the wealth of just like you can get lost in the options for customizing like rules and maps. The rules alone are like it's just crazy.
Yeah,
just fucking crazy.
So really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be super
phenomenal to see that level of customization and those type of tools available to you. On a console game.
Yeah. It's it's going to be like September 14th is going to be a great day and it's going to be a lot of cool stuff. But September 14th next year, after people have had like a year to fuck around in Forge World, I can't imagine. Like there's going to be a new Griffball that's like whatever the new thing is. That's going to be amazing that everybody in the world's going to play. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be like, and everybody's going to be like, why didn't we think of this earlier?
It's also kind of cool that Griffball's in Reach now. They mentioned that too.
What'd they say?
They said that it's in there, and it's like that's kind of cool. That
it's in Halo 3.
I know, but I mean, it's officially in it now. It's like it's a variant you can select, as opposed to a custom thing.
They said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's in matchmaking.
You should watch the panel.
It's in matchmaking in Halo 3 currently.
Yeah. Well, is it always in matchmaking?
No, it comes.
It comes and goes. They just had a Griffball Double XP weekend not too long ago.
Yep. God, I didn't even want to touch Griffball right now. I'd get destroyed if I even got near it.
Yeah, man, the level of play is ridiculous.
Yeah,
we met a lot of people who are really into Griffball at Comic-Con.
Dude, speaking of that, Griffball property of Griffball shirt sold out in a day and a half. Yeah, every size. It was by far the most popular shirt we had there. It was really. Funny. I did not expect that. I thought it was an afterthought.
We also met quite a few people who found Red versus Blue and Rooster Teeth via Achievement Hunter.
We did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or the podcast. A lot of people came up that were like, "Yeah, man." So I started listening to your podcast, and we're like, "How did you?" I discovered you guys through the podcast. I was just looking on iTunes, and it was called The Drunk Tank, and I was like, I gotta listen to that. Anyway, I've been a big fan for 70 episodes of the podcast, and I just watched the first Red versus Blue, and it's really good. And it's like, wow, really? I never expected that.
Yeah, it's crazy
that it to happen that way. Or a ton of people, like I said, a ton of people came up and were Achievement Hunter fans who had discovered our other stuff through Achievement Hunter.
That's great.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's sort of the secondary purpose of all that stuff, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, secondary.
Right.
Yeah, sorry.
What else? Gus and I saw Inception. Oh, well, I saw Inception.
I got sick the first day of Comic-Con and had to walk from the theater to the hotel from trash can to trash can, nearly throwing up.
Ooh. Well, you had seen Inception already.
Yeah, I'd already seen it then.
Okay, so also, by the way, so your last podcast, you spoiled the ending of Inception, which you just basically said the end of the Matrix movie. And there was hubbub around the office because everyone thought, oh my God, Gus spoiled Inception on the podcast. So no one would listen to the podcast.
No, it was a fucking joke. I said that they woke up and they realized they were all being harvested for energy by fucking robots and computers.
Yeah. And so someone here in the office got wind of that and was like, Gus spoiled the end of Inception, and then told everyone to buy DVDs.
By the way,
I did not spoil the end of the
I
fucking movie.
don't think we should spoil anything.
No.
But I don't know that there's a way to spoil anything.
No.
It's a straightforward story.
Yeah, there's no twist. There's no like.
I don't know about that.
It's completely and totally.
You could argue.
No, well, that's a fucking spoiler right there.
You douche.
To beep that out.
Yeah. But no, it's like people kept like talking about it like it was some sort of a like Sixth Sense mind bending kind of movie. Absolutely not.
You just don't want to set people's expectations inappropriately. I think is the
I
only
agree.
thing. More than like spoiling anything.
Like the best description of that movie I've heard.
Bernie Burns just walked in.
Was from you actually, Gus, and you told me before we saw it. You said it's essentially just a heist movie.
Yeah,
and that's what it is.
Yeah.
And
that's not a spoiler.
There's no chair for you, Bernie. You have to get one. Sorry.
Without spoiling, I'll say the fight in the hotel so awesome.
What's the name of that dude from Third Rock from the Sun who I hate?
I could have told you 2 seconds ago.
I don't know.
Michael.
I really don't like that guy, and I hated the SNL he was on.
He was terrible.
He was really good in that movie.
Great in Inception. He was really, really good.
Now I gotta look it up.
He was almost as good as Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
They were by far the best 2 parts of that film.
Yeah, totally.
Ellen Page did not piss me off this movie.
Why would she?
I'm not a big fan of Ellen Page.
Really?
Really? I thought she was great. Well,
yeah, she's totally fine.
Hold on, let me plug in Mr. Bernie Burns.
Wait. Don't interrupt me yet.
Don't interrupt. Okay, we're talking about Inception, but we're not spoiling. Have you seen
What? You better not spoil.
No, we're not.
There's nothing to spoil.
You haven't seen it yet?
No.
Okay. Let me plug you in. Oh.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah, that dude was really fucking good.
Did you see 500 Days of Summer?
No.
He's actually pretty good in that, too.
Yeah, you talk about that movie a lot.
Do I?
Yeah.
Yes,
you went
constantly.
Am I mic'd up?
Yeah, you're good.
I haven't been on the podcast in like 3 weeks, and I walk in and Jack is talking about 500 Days of Summer for the billionth fucking time.
There you go.
You guys.
Hey, welcome to the podcast, Bernie.
Hey, thanks, dude. I'm about to make a whole bunch of noise with my mic for a second.
That's fine.
That's fine. That's easy to isolate.
I'm gonna reread.
So, have you played any StarCraft 2 yet, Jeff?
You were forewarned.
No, man. I've been, we're going to do achievement videos in it. So I spent yesterday and this morning prepping my new laptop to be able to record.
Cool.
So I think I'm all ready to go, though. I'm ready. Like, as soon as the podcast is over, I'm ready to start playing.
Awesome.
You've played quite a bit.
I played like half the campaign, I think, so
and
far.
you really
Jesus
like
Christ.
it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
How long did you play yesterday for?
24 hours? I don't know. How long was
Did
the
you
day?
really
I don't-
play?
I
Like-
played like all day,
That's awesome, man.
and then I slept at some point.
That's super exciting.
Now, as someone who has played the StarCraft 1 campaign, Gus, do you feel that StarCraft 2 is a sequel to that?
Yeah, totally. It's it takes the core gameplay mechanics, and it's just the same thing again, but of course with like new units and new story and continuation. But they've also added like new twists and new variants to objectives to keep it fresh. Like I was telling Jeff and Jack earlier about this, that there's a level where you played StarCraft 1, right?
Yep.
You remember how there's that Zerg virus that can infect people and it'll like corrupt some buildings and then corrupt the people so they become like kind of like zombies?
Yeah.
Well, there's a level where you encounter a planet that's like that, but there's still some colonists that you have to save on the planet. So you land, you are defending the colonists, but there's a day and night cycle. And at night, the zombies come out and attack your base nonstop. So you have to go into defense mode. Then when the day rolls around and when dawn breaks, you have to go out with very fast-moving units and try to take out as many of the buildings that they're hiding in as possible. Then as soon as night rolls around, you come back, fall into defense. So it's like a timed gameplay mechanic that it works out really well.
Just the fact they have day and night sounds pretty interesting to me.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And,
You know what it sounds
there's a
like?
couple other variants like that are time-based.
Sounds like. Did you ever see? You know the movie that the Will Smith movie with the
Yeah.
I Am
I
Legend.
Am Legend.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it reminded me of. Because as soon as like daylight comes around, poof, they're all gone, and you're just like going around building to building, clearing them out, and destroying buildings.
Kind of like Crackdown 2 as well.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so.
with the freaks that come out at night, and then they have their little hubs. You can go in the daytime and.
I
talk
guess
to
so.
them.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant that also had Will Smith in it
Uh,
and bad CG villains. God, that was a weird thing. That's like one of those movies where they made a commitment to have all computer generated whatever. In this case, it was all the antagonists were computer generated, and I didn't buy it. So I didn't buy that whole movie. I mean, I knew he was running from nothing the entire time, and I had no buy-in at all.
Yeah.
well, it's
Yeah. It could have looked better.
Yeah.
Scene with the dog was really good though.
Yeah. Sad.
It was really sad.
So I saw that StarCraft 2 has supposedly has $100 million budget.
I think that got rebuked
Refuted?
or whatever.
Did it?
I think so.
$100 million budget.
I'd like to know the dev cycle on it. I mean, were they working on it for 10 years, or there
Uh.
had to be somebody on the StarCraft team right after StarCraft ended who's been working on that game for a decade?
It's like 12 years of my life are gone.
They're still patching StarCraft 1.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, we talked about that. They had a
Yeah.
patch a couple months ago. It's crazy.
I wonder what the take rate on StarCraft 2 will be. Like, are people that still play StarCraft 1 like such fervent fans that they're not going to take the leap?
Yeah, you have to be
Like EverQuest 2,
or Lineage and Lineage,
Lineage
2.
2.
Wasn't Halo 2 and Halo 3 like that, where people wanted to stay on Halo 2 for a while?
Yeah, until they played Halo 3.
Yeah, they were.
Well, like MLG didn't jump over for a while, right?
Well, that's competition.
Yeah, that's who cares.
They really drive a lot of shit.
Woohoo!
But I think the Halo 2 to Halo 3 people that didn't make the conversion were people who just couldn't afford Xbox 360s. I mean, the people who were playing Halo 2 nonstop every day as soon as, what was it, like 4 months ago when they shut down Halo 2. I mean, those people must have played that game, what, 20,000 games, 30,000 games?
I would at least.
And
probably.
more if not. Jesus.
Yeah, I wonder who the guy who had the most Halo 2 games was.
I think we could probably look that up, right?
Likewise, I would like to know who's the guy in the video game industry who's worked on a single franchise the longest. Like, is there some dude who's been on Madden football since, like, 96?
They call him, like, Madden Larry.
It would probably be what's his name that worked on the Duke Nukem games and then Duke Nukem Forever and all that. You know the guy wasted all the money.
Wasted.
The guy who founded. God damn. Whatever. It's probably him.
Is
The
it
3D Realms
Bill,
guy?
Bill
yeah.
something?
Yeah, the 3D Realms guy.
Speaking of, not to jump back in time, but we had one other celebrity sighting. Gus and I sat on the plane with Warren Spector.
Oh yeah, Warren Spector was on our plane out there.
Yeah. He was all decked out in Mickey Mouse stuff.
I think you took a story from me.
How did I take a story from
Or
you?
we have a really bizarre coincidence.
What's that?
I sat next to Ann Richards in first class. And
I
you,
also did.
You told a story last week about how you sat next to Ann Richards in first class.
We were on the same plane.
George Broussard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was you and I on the same plane?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were
y'all-
on the right. She was on the left, and she kept giving me dirty looks because I had tattoos.
No, I sat next to her.
Oh,
Like,
did you see? I was across the aisle from her.
I sat in the aisle and she sat in the window next to me. Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, that would be the most bizarre coincidence of all time.
No, we were together. We fly together a lot, you and I.
I know. You make it sound like we fly in first class all the time.
That was an exception, I believe.
I was stuck in coach this weekend coming back from Seattle, and Brandon
Stuck in coach. Boo-hoo.
Brandon was up in first class.
How did that happen?
Yeah, he's. How did that happen?
I'll tell you how it happened. Brandon doesn't value his job. That's how that happened. It was just a thing where they there was literally no more seats, and they changed to our plane, and so they put Brandon in first class.
Oh,
And Brandon would go, here, Bernie, you can have my first class seat.
No, what an interesting thing to say, Jack. No, Brandon did not do that.
Wow.
I don't give a shit.
Brandon doesn't listen to the podcast either. So.
I also have not seen Brandon in yet this morning.
what-
Has he been like, go? Is that it? Is he gone?
Yeah.
No, this is our. Oh, we just got done with a weekend trip, so this is a personal day or whatever the hell that is. Were you guys here on Monday? Or were you traveling?
We were
Monday?
traveling on Monday.
Were you here Tuesday?
I was.
Fuck no.
I was
Christ,
I was
what's
here.
wrong with
I was
you?
here 8 a.m. Tuesday, ready to work.
Kissing ass.
That's right.
Hey, did you buy?
He would give me his first class seat. Would you, Gus?
No, because I earned my first class seats. I don't get them through fucking luck. Hey, did you order a replacement UPS by any chance?
For Joel?
Yeah, or for me because Joel took mine.
God, he unplugged everything. His UPS started beeping. He went through and unplugged everybody else's station in order to get himself a UPS.
Are you serious?
And then we find out that he's not plugging the damn Did you tell the story already?
No, I have not.
Okay, so Joel's UPS starts beeping, which might as well be like the emergency broadcast system for the entire office. Because Joel starts to panic, and then he does this thing where his desk, he works on a lot of the commercials, so he has a 360 environment where he's got about 6 360s, and then he's got about, 5 or 6 PCs over there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
at least.
He's got it's like where the elephants go to die, you know? Whenever someone gets rid of a PC, they throw it into that environment so that if Joel needs another character in a commercial, he has another PC available. So these are all these PCs are barely working, 3 or 4 years old.
Shit we filmed season 1 on, that kind of stuff.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And Joel was actually one of the main people, too, who worked on the remastered version of Red vs. Blue, so he needed PCs for that, too. Anyway, so that starts beeping, and you go over there and to figure out what's going on underneath that desk with cords, utterly impossible. And then Joel starts huffing
I know that huff.
Like he's about to hyperventilate.
And then you're trying to apply logic and things, saying, okay, I'm here to help you. What do you need help with? And he's just like, no, I don't want help. I just want this to be a problem, and I want it to last. I want this to last as long as fucking possible. So then he goes over to your desk and unplugs your UPS.
To my desk.
Yeah, sorry, Gus, to your desk, and then plugs the UPS and takes it over from your desk to his desk. I'm like, oh man, does Gus know you're doing that? He goes, yep. And
that was my solution, was for him to get a new UPS and just to take the one from my desk because I was gone.
And then he's plugging stuff into it, and it's got that number on the front, percentage or total minutes it can run.
Right.
And he keeps plugging stuff into it. And he's going, the number's going down. The number's going down. and then Gus's UPS is beeping the whole time. So now we have 2 beeping UPSs. And I'm like, Joel, what is going on over here? He goes, the number won't stop going down. And he keeps plugging in more stuff. And we're trying to troubleshoot this problem. We're looking at breakers. We're doing all this stuff. He never plugged in Gus's UPS. He just brought it over, set it down, and started plugging stuff into it. And
wondering why it was beeping.
Joel was taking the U out of UPS. It was an IPS at that point.
Oh man, that's fucking awesome.
And man, he unplugged all of Brandon's stuff and didn't tell Brandon. Didn't ask Brandon if he was using his computer. Brandon comes in, he's like, all of his power cords going to nothing. And then Joel's got his UPS on his desk, and Brandon's like, I guess I don't have a workstation today. And then later that weekend when we were working and you guys had already left for Comic-Con, he had a situation where he needed to verify. He had a game that he needed to authenticate online to do it. So he had to get online to do it, but his internet wasn't working on that side. And I could see him working his way down towards my 2 Ethernet ports where I'm plugged in. And he goes, and his solution was not to plug into my Ethernet ports, but just to unplug mine in case I guess they were slowing his down. I'm like, you're not. I was like, I was a standoff. It was like I'm standing in front of my ports going, you are not fucking touching these. This is not the problem. Stay the hell away. Everybody goes through that, I think, at some point in their life where
they have to give tech support to Joel?
No, where technology is not your friend. And no one is helpful to you in that point in your life. They're all like, boy, you really have problems with technology, or
that's weird.
Yeah, you're really breaking a lot of stuff these days. And make passive comments. But Joel is like the next level of that, where it's like, you have to quarantine him. Because he'll just go, he goes crazy. And it spreads like a cancer through the rest of the tech.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, he's not looking for help. He's looking to smash. You better fucking contain that.
You're all coming with me.
Should we talk about the new Joel Heyman game at all?
Maybe we should mention it. We started playing a new Joel Heyman game while we were at Comic-Con.
Jack did this thing where he posted a comic for us or something, and he posted in the comic, hey, be sure to go by and visit the Rooster Teeth guys, ask them for free hugs because they love to do that. Ask them to deliver your outgoing voicemail. They love to do that. And please ask them which character plays Caboose.
By the way,
which person plays
only
Caboose?
Anyway, go ahead, Jeff.
Which person plays Caboose? So that happened about 4,000 times.
Oh, did it really? Did that work?
Success.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Good job, Jack.
Thank you.
Gus and I came up with a new game. Who is the guy that plays Caboose and why can't he be at Comic-Con game?
So people would come up and they'd be like, who plays Caboose? We'd be like, Joel. Where's Joel? Why isn't Joel here? Well, in accordance with Megan's Law, Joel Heyman can no longer come to Southern California.
You guys are not doing that, are you?
Joel Heyman is a registered sex offender. Like what?
Joel Heyman not
cannot-
allowed within 500 feet of a grade school. Is that a sheriff's deputy present?
because Joel Heyman is a registered sex offender.
Did you really?
Oh God.
Well, thank God nobody has a video camera anywhere at Comic-Con to record you guys saying that.
Oh no, we got recorded a bunch.
Oh no.
Over and over.
It was the only way to stay sane.
I just want to say, for the record, Joel was acquitted. No, Joel is not a registered sex offender in any way.
Allegedly.
Although, he is a registered sexy offender. That's why, you can explain to you, that's why I had to move out of California.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, that made the days that much better.
Wow.
It was awesome.
Well, I'm glad people read the comic. Read my.
Oh yeah, it worked really well.
That's
I
good.
must have done 100 fucking voicemails.
Yeah, I got a panicked message from Griffin like, "Can you post the comic?" Which I had never done before, and I still managed to figure it out. So
Congratulations.
I think other than I made it where it said Rooster Teeth has news as opposed to Rooster Teeth has a comic. Other than
Yeah.
that, I got it all. So
Good job.
Thank God she asked you that, Joel. It'd be like, we need to put up the comic. Delete Red versus Blue. Comic goes here.
if we put the comic in place of Red versus Blue,
It'll go way faster.
it'll go faster. But
So I'm not. I have no idea what you guys discussed at the beginning of this.
We talked about Comic-Con mostly. Celebrity sightings.
oh, Gus, you should show Bernie what you showed me earlier.
I don't want to repeat. Don't repeat for me.
No, you want to repeat this.
Whoa.
Big fan.
big fan.
Big fan.
Big fan.
Yeah, we're all big fans of hers.
Yeah.
She a big fan of Red versus Blue?
Yeah.
Bought a bunch of stuff.
You know, remember that one super hot fan that we had, and we didn't believe that she was a fan. She was at Dallas. She was at
Yeah.
Akon.
Super fan.
Super fan, because she sat there when we were like, you don't watch Red vs. Blue. She goes, I watch it every day. I watch the DVD, season 1 DVD,
yeah.
every single day. We're like, no, you don't. We should have let it go.
Yeah,
We
should've let
really
it
should have just like gone, okay, you're beautiful, and that's good enough. And you say you're a fan, that's very nice of you. But we were grilling her. I'm not kidding. She stood at the corner of our table and recited season 1, letter for letter. It took her how long?
She was like Denzel Washington in the Book of Eli. It was fucking crazy. It was insane.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It took her about 50 minutes, I think, to do
Yeah.
it straight.
And she was hot.
She got less hot the further she got.
Yeah. By episode 11, she was not as hot.
Yeah, but yeah.
Lots.
She really dropped off.
Lots of annoying though.
We got to listen to a lot of the old Red versus Blue. We were playing the old or the remastered box set on the TVs there at the booth. And
Man, we were terrible.
yeah, it's hard to listen to us do some of that season 1 stuff. Season 2, season 3, season 4, season 5.
What do you think you got your feet in Red versus Blue?
Season 3.
3? 8.
Revelation.
We met in the middle because
Well, see-
we learned what we could write these guys to do, so we could write lines. Like, I think Griff is this season. We've already finished this season of Red versus Blue. Already shipped the DVD, as a matter of fact,
Hell
which is
yeah.
where I've been for the last. How long have I been gone?
Forever, dude.
It's been a
Yeah,
while.
This is
crazy.
this might be the first day everybody's back in the office in 5 weeks.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Yeah.
It was pretty nutty there. That production cycle for a little while, but this season I think Griff's hilarious. I love Griff this season.
Thanks, man.
We got an episode coming out next week that's a pretty heavy Griff episode that I love.
You wrote some funny Griff lines this season.
It was fun. It was fun.
Good season. Good times were had by all.
Good times.
People fucking flipped out in the panel for the little snippet of the episode 18 we showed.
Oh,
yeah.
did they?
Yeah.
So great.
That's cool.
How much did you show? Like 30 seconds?
It wasn't even that much.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah, sure. It was. It was 36
Was it?
seconds. Yeah.
It was. It went by really fast, but people just the response was just incredible. Really cool.
Are we going to start seeing that pop up on YouTube now, you think? People filming it?
I don't think so.
There was
But
no
be
filming
aware.
allowed.
Oh, really?
But be
Yeah,
aware.
they were pretty serious about it. Like,
that's cool.
They came up and talked about
Yeah,
it. And,
they made an announcement. They told me to make an announcement, and I think there were people going around.
and I didn't see anybody filming.
Yeah.
We did agonize a little bit, thinking, should we put this stuff up? Or should we show it to people early? But it's Comic-Con, and that's, you go see early stuff at Comic-Con.
Absolutely.
Tron is showing stuff that they won't show for 6 months.
And it
They were
was
showing stuff before they entered production. Didn't
Yeah.
they?
it was a pretty tiny snippet.
They showed the previs thing for Tron.
Yeah.
The other thing that people went nuts for in that panel, aside from everything I said, was we showed a bit of the behind-the-scenes stuff from the DVD where we show Monty's mocap process.
Oh, yeah?
And there's one shot where we show Monty doing mocap, and then you show the finished product in the game. That's kind of funny to look at. And people went nuts for that shot. They really liked that.
Yeah.
I think it really helped them understand how we in that one scene you can really kind of understand what Monty does and how it applies to
that's cool.
to the game.
Yeah. It was when Simmons is pulling Doc out of the wall and Monty's pulling on the
he's
on the
holding on
dolly.
the dolly.
On the cart,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Nico's in that shot too.
Yeah, he is.
He's the weight.
Yeah, he's the human weight.
He's holding down the cart. Nico is the wall, essentially, in that shot.
But yeah, I don't know if we haven't really talked to you, but the panel went really well, Bernie. People seem to really like it. They turned away about as many people as got in.
I hate to hear that.
Crazy. I hate to hear it too.
Yeah, I'd rather have empty seats. I know people, like, for marketing reasons, you always want to have a filled room, but I hate the idea of people waiting in line to see us and then
not getting to.
Yeah, we had a lot of disappointed people coming by the booth, and
I mean,
it sucked.
You had a 500-person theater. Like, what is there another step up? But between that and I mean, Hall H obviously is
the
big
Guild
hall.
had a 1,600-person
really?
that they filled supposedly. So I guess there is a bigger size.
And what is Hall H then?
Hall H that's the massive one. We couldn't figure out it. Did we get a number?
That's like
on
the
that?
PAX Hall.
I have no
It's
idea.
probably around
people.
5,000 or 6,000 people.
Okay.
That's the one. It's like, you know, the convention hall itself is every hall except for Hall H.
Dude,
I guess it's A through G.
I'm just happy that New Video was able to get us that panel at all.
Yeah.
That was really cool. And they did it kind of last minute too.
That's cool.
So
I think they got it like 15 days. We never even thought about getting a panel at Comic-Con.
Well, I'd tried a couple times in the past.
Oh, had you really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Like 2003, 2004, 2005 I tried and they were not interested.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder if it's just like a formal thing where it's like they only work with distributors or something.
Probably. But they
who knows?
I don't know.
Joel just came in and pointed at Gus. So Gus will miss you.
Bye, Gus.
Have fun, buddy. Don't get infected.
He's going to come back with cybernetic implants.
Joel Heyman is a registered sex offender.
Hey, did we ever figure out when our panel is for PAX? I know a lot of people have been announcing their panel times. Have we gotten ours yet?
Not that I'm aware of.
Why don't you guys talk? I will try to look online and see it.
PAXsite.com.
So I understand that Jerry introduced our panel.
He did. Yes.
I just called him Jerry Tycho.
You did. Yeah.
That's like when people call Robert De Niro Bobby.
It was very nice for him to do that. So he ran up and he had nice things to say about us.
What did he say? Was it funny?
Yeah, he's a funny dude. He I don't know.
I think we've talked about their stage presence before when we've gone to like Child's Play and things like that. Gabe and Tycho from Penny Arcade is who we're talking about.
Jerry and Mike.
Jerry and Mike. Yeah, they are so freaking good together on stage.
They really are.
I've never actually seen one of their panels at Comic-Con, or excuse me, at PAX, because we're always on right after them.
I saw their first panel, the first PAX.
Yeah?
Because it was like right after hours, and I stuck around to watch it.
But their Child's Play stuff is amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, Gus, do you know when our panel is for PAX?
No, I don't think they've put that schedule out yet.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They'll hopefully have it out pretty soon, though.
Like, some people have gotten their panel times already. So.
Oh, yeah?
Like, I know they... excuse me. They announced the Halo panel already. I think, like, some community leader panel they announced, too, so... Gus has left the room again, by the way.
He came and got his laptop. This cannot be a good sign.
Yeah.
He's going to get pissed at me because I'm now standing up to use my microphone here because there's no seats in here because we're about to move. And I've bumped my mic about 800 times.
Hey, Gus is telling me that our internet gets shut off tomorrow.
Yeah, hey, what's going on with that, Bernie?
Our internet gets shut off tomorrow?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. He said because that's when our contract is up and we didn't extend.
Oh. That would not just be our internet then. That would also be our
phones as well.
Yeah.
Well, it's not hard. We'll just extend the contract a month. I mean,
Okay.
How hard could that possibly
I
be?
can't imagine it's hard. We should probably do it, though.
I'm sure it can be hard.
There was some speculation on when we were talking earlier, but when we think we'll move into the new building.
Well, we know we're not moving tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I hate, I hate to pull the manager. There's an obvious solution here. Why don't we just extend?
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea.
If only we had a guy who ran the technology and IT in our company who wouldn't just point out the problems.
Who would also try to solve them.
Oh, guess what? I'll just say 10 more days. one more a month. I think we can manage the overlap in the phone bill. Although something happened recently. Oh. I just suppose it's okay to talk about. We got the phone bill came back. They like saying, "Hey, you have an overdue balance in your phone bill." I'm like, "No, we don't have an. I send the same amount every month. We don't have an overdue balance in our phone bill." I looked at the phone bill. We got an $800 month because someone was keeping themselves company by calling their girlfriend long distance.
Oh my god!
Didn't know that there's no such thing as a business flat rate long distance plan.
Oh my god!
So it's like, hey. This is like from a month ago, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I did that. I didn't know that was a big deal."
Oh man, that's why they were calling, threatening to turn our phone off.
That's exactly right.
Oh, Brandon.
Wow,
it wasn't Brandon.
It was not Brandon. Yeah.
Oh, Nathan.
Shh, he's married. He doesn't know about his girlfriend.
Man, can I just say something?
Oh, Bernie.
Nathan is awesome.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Nathan is unbelievable. During that DVD process, I think I saw him get 4 hours of sleep in one 48-hour cycle, maybe longer though.
Probably like 72
hour
hours.
cycle.
Yeah,
3
and
days
he was in the sound closet.
Yeah, he came and sat and slept in the sound booth for like an hour. That was like his downtime for that weekend.
How does he sleep in the sound closet? He's enormous.
I
was wondering the same thing. He has. I guess he can fold up.
He must
pretty
bend
well.
around corners. Maybe he just leans in the corner like a room. That would be awesome.
He's
like
standing.
He's like Plastic Man.
It's a horse.
No, Nathan and I, we actually we were the only people up here on Monday, and it was kind of cool. It was like I'd never really just worked with Nathan before, and so I mean he wasn't not like we were working a whole lot, but I mean he was archiving stuff and.
Not only you were working a whole lot. What were you doing?
You know, I did.
You were in the back room and he was in the front room, right?
Yeah, still.
So you interacted with him about as much as always.
Yeah.
Sometimes Nathan's such a quiet dude. I can go a week without saying a word to him.
He's very quiet.
Yeah.
He also has a very deep, bassy voice.
Yeah.
So it doesn't carry very far, and he's,
Yeah.
and he's tall, so he's like outside the range of his own voice. So maybe he's been talking nonstop.
We just don't know.
Listening to Andy doesn't sound, you would not think if you were going to point out who is like if you walked in our office and said, okay, who does the voice of Andy? Nathan would be last on your list, right?
Probably so.
Yeah,
Not
I
me.
know, and I didn't know Nathan is an actor too, though. He does lots of crazy stuff.
that's true.
If you've ever seen any of the Zellner brothers films, they're just
Fiddlesticks.
wacky.
God.
Yeah. You know who's lighting it up?
Who's lighting it
Our
up?
buddies from college, the Duplass brothers. They are going crazy, dude.
Oh yeah, right. They
That
got a new movie coming
Cyrus, right?
No, it's already out. It's already out. They got in the top 10.
Oh really?
Yeah, for the week, like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, this is like they're just on a path, man. This is like the third or fourth film.
Has anybody seen it, Cyrus?
I haven't.
Yeah.
Nathan has seen it, of course.
Yeah.
because he's he talks to them all the time. So
Did he like it?
yeah, he said it was awesome, and I believe it. I mean, their films just get better every single time.
They've got something else in the works right now. It's pretty big, right?
I think so.
I don't think they stop. I think they just go from one to the next.
Don't they have like a William H. Macy movie coming out or something like that?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I'll look it up. They did Puffy Chair, right? That was their first big one.
Yeah, and I think they did that for Netflix when Netflix had their own production company. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure the Duplass's film was the only thing that production company made. I think. It's the only thing I ever heard about. Is the Red Envelope Productions.
Yeah.
It's a good name.
That is a good name.
Yeah.
And then they followed that up with Baghead, which did pretty well.
Yep.
It was critically acclaimed at Sundance. And now Cyrus.
Yeah, and they did I think they did one before Puffy Chair, but I can't remember what it was now. But I should be more up on this than I am. But anyway, they're doing really well. It's really cool. And,
Everyone, stand down. The Joel Heyman crisis of 2010 is averted.
what was it?
It's kind of embarrassing, but one of the domains he uploads, proofs to, I guess Matt didn't pay the bill for, so the account is locked.
What? Oh, you can't tell me the name. But
No.
Have we talked about that yet? Where you lost a Achievement Hunter?
Yeah, we talked about it in the
Yeah,
podcast.
we talked about it.
It's a couple weeks ago.
I mean,
So apparently we still have not learned our lessons. This is not a domain that has expired, but this is just a hosting bill that needs to be paid.
So the Duplass brothers
really?
have something called
Yeah.
Jeff Who Lives at Home. It's coming out in 2011. And right now the cast on IMDb is Jason Segel, Judy Greer, Susan Sarandon, Ed Helms, Raydong Chong.
Raydong Chung. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think she was in Commando, right?
Hell yeah, she was in Commando.
I don't think I've seen her since that movie.
Gus, take your seat back.
She was also in a movie with Michael Keaton, where it was like a crime heisty kind of movie.
Oh, she's in Cyrus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe she's
She's their muse.
yeah. She's like Quentin Tarantino's Pam Grier.
We should go see that.
Yeah, we should definitely go see it. Well, now that DVD production's over, we'll have time to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think actually I've been thinking about going to go see Inception at lunch today.
You should see it. It's a good movie.
I talked about how you thought Gus spoiled Inception.
Oh no, I
podcast.
totally did not spoil that movie, by the way.
I didn't think that. I had users writing to me. Users writing to me and telling me two things. One, that Gus spoiled Inception and he's a cunt. And the second was that you guys were being assholes about Comic-Con.
How are we being assholes
We're not
about
being
Comic-Con?
assholes about Comic-Con.
You were drunk and you were angry.
I was
Whatever.
mad about the lady on the plane.
Boo-hoo, people are sad.
No, you guys were bitching about Comic-Con. Hadn't even started yet.
Well,
you were
you're
like,
fucking
"Oh, this is
tired,
so
dude."
bad. This is so horrible. I don't want to do this."
There's a lot of work, man.
All right.
Shit.
Alabama over here.
Cut-
You know what he
cut
wrote in his
brothers some
journal,
slack.
Gus, on the site, on his blog?
What's that?
He said, "Who's ready for Comic-Con? Me either."
I wasn't ready.
Instead of me neither. You said me either.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
Hey, Brandon, come in here. What do you want?
What's that face, Brandon?
Oh, that was the most disgusting. Brandon, this is it. You're in the fucking hot seat now, Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon just woke up.
Air your grievances. It's best of us.
Get over here.
You
Get over here.
get closer to the mic. Here, come here. You can use my mic.
I'm standing up. You can use mine. Okay.
I saw Gus walking around outside, so I just assumed the podcast was over. I didn't think you guys were able to record it without him.
Oh, yeah.
So, my apologies to everybody else.
He's already hit record. That's the tough
Yeah,
part.
that's it's all downhill from here, baby.
Explain real quick. What did Joel do to your station the other day?
I came in and none of my stuff worked, and I saw Joel huffing and puffing around.
We talked about the huff already.
It was not hard to imagine what happened, and then I saw like Gus's stuff was ripped out too.
So what did he do? What was the end result?
I just had to go down and like plug all my shit back in. Like, I do not understand what the thought process was behind unplugging my stuff. And I think this was still in like we were still in crunch, right?
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like in the midst of like DVD production, and Joe comes and unplugs all my stuff.
I think I figured out the philosophy. Hearing it from Brandon's perspective, maybe Joel's like, I don't know how to solve this problem, so I'm going to give it to other people and watch what they do, and learn from that, and add their strength to my own.
Not learn from it, but
have
maybe
them do the same thing they did on mine.
Let them figure out how to fix it, and then have them fix it on my machine.
Thank God he doesn't like try to cure diseases. I'll infect as many people as possible until I infect one of those Lorenzo's oil people who solve the problem in their garage.
I thought the best part was that he was having issues with his power supply, so he goes after Gus. It's like he like blames you and trying to punish you for it.
In his defense, I offered mine up because I knew I was out of town.
I said the same thing.
I was trying to minimize the collateral damage to you guys. I was like, I know they're busy. I was like, just let them take my station out. That's fine. I'll cope with it. What fun.
Never boring. Speaking of boring, this is boring.
Yeah.
You gonna get some lunch or something?
I'm ready to call it quits.
I'm happy to be back. I want to make a very quick point. People have been griping at me for not making time for the podcast. It's not that. It's just that we've been crunching so hard and all that stuff. I'm very happy to be back on the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know. I was having trouble finding people for the podcast at all.
Yeah?
Yeah. Everyone was so busy.
I think the podcast is everybody's favorite thing to do on Wednesdays. I know I missed it when I was gone.
Well, welcome back. Welcome back, everyone.
Yay. Complete office.
Okay. All right. That's it. Thanks for listening.